Hey, what's up guys, Surfcraft Games here. Today we're going to be playing a game called Dyson Sphere Program. I genuinely think it's a really cool game, so let's just jump right into it. So let's just choose this seed, it looks pretty good. And basically this game is a game where you have to work up to building, well, a Dyson Sphere, because I genuinely enjoy it. And this is going to be like a little replacement for Factorio. Yeah, I see some cool. So we got this little robot guy, his name is Icarus.
This is Icarus, a lightweight industrial mecha with powerful functionality. You can use the arrow keys or right-click on the destination to control its movement.
Yep.
In this mission, you will manipulate Icarus to travel beyond the stars and create miracles.
Miracles, you say?
You can use the same operation to collect resources, such as trees, gravel, etc.
So what we
In the
want to
meantime,
do
hold down Shift and right-click
is
to give a
research
series of
this.
commands. You receive several items after recycling the space capsule. Click the inventory button in the lower right corner of the screen.
The early
to
game
open
is
the
pretty
cabin to view
simple.
it.
You just gotta have a decent mind for these kind of games.
You can hold down mouse middle button drag to rotate the angle of view, or slide the mouse wheel to zoom in and out.
Alright, there we go. Now we have an automatic mining machine.
You have created a mining machine.
I
to
don't need a
achieve
tutorial. I've been
all-collecting
playing this game
automation.
for days.
Pick it up from the inventory, or select it on gathering on the construction menu to build it. You can use the R key to rotate the mining machine for
There we
covering
go.
more veins. The more veins covered, the faster the ores will be gathered. If you want to ignore grid snapping,
Well,
try holding down the
we
shift.
don't have conveyor belts yet. You chop down these trees and use wood for fuel while you start your production. And it's best not to get lost without any fuel because you are extremely slow if you don't have any. Doesn't matter though, because we're fine. So I've almost fully researched this. And once we've done that, we have to research automatic metallurgy to get stuff done.
You have received the sorter and the conveyor belt, which can achieve full automation now. Use the conveyor belt to transport the piled up ores from the mining machine, and the sorter can deliver the ores from the conveyor belt to the smelter for automatic smelting.
Pretty sure we're meant to get the smelter first, but oh well. So we're crafting these, what are they again? Magnetic coils. We're crafting these magnetic coils so that we can start smelting. To really get the full experience of the game, you have to play it yourself because it's kind of relaxing. You know, the music is awesome. So is your gameplay. 5 stars. So now that we're going
When
back to
putting a
smelter,
conveyor belt, all you need to do is determine the starting point and the end point of it. In addition, use the up arrow
we can
key
start
to lift
smelting
up
some
one
ores.
and use the down arrow key to drop down one after the conveyor belt is lifted. Press keypad 0 to reset the construction height of the conveyor belt to the ground. If you don't want the conveyor belt to be attached to the belt, you can try holding down the shift key. You
There we
built
go,
a
now we're
smelter,
starting automation.
which can smelt basic materials, such as iron ingots and copper ingots automatically.
Thank you, narrator.
While you want to make the raw materials and
yes,
products
but-
get in and out of it autonomously, you need to use sorters and conveyor belts.
Well,
After selecting the recipe,
if you're
you
confused
can
in the
use
game,
the less than key to copy the recipe,
then
and
this
the
guy will
greater
tell you
key
everything
to
about
paste
it.
the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
Even against my own will.
You have done
Okay.
building the first power transmission facility, Tesla Tower. It can carry out short-distance wireless power transmission and expand the power supply area of the power grid. Click on it to view the current power grid information.
You don't need any coal or
The
anything
sorter is a
to power these
transportation
smelters, you just
between
need
facilities. It will
power.
automatically transport them as long as the supply facility and the receiving facility are bridged.
I'm gonna need quite a few of these since in the early game you need like 5 or 10 wind turbines, maybe 20. My point is you're gonna need a lot of wind turbines. Well, eventually they become pretty obsolete unless you go on new planets. This is the first step to building a Dyson Sphere. So, some things take like hundreds of seconds to craft if you don't plan your production lines properly. We'll have the basic assembly process. And we're also going to need some copper production. And in the early game you can't see where the ore veins are, so it's quite hard to spot them for me. This is more iron. Oh, this is a copper. Okay. Let's just get started on this. You're going to want to produce a lot of everything. And don't worry, you're going to have more than one planet of space eventually. So don't worry about space too much. What you're going to want to worry about is resource
One of your
production.
production facilities is not powered. You need to keep it within the power coverage area and supply it with power facilities in order to maintain its normal works.
Now you can just craft some more conveyor belts. Building a conveyor belt factory is probably the first thing you want to do, and it's pretty easy. What we need now is just a bit of copper. And iron bars can't make the electromagnetic things. You're going to need actual magnets which smelt from iron ore themselves. Oh, it's off on that. Although that's the wrong thing, so I don't know why I just crafted it. Sometimes I just get stumped on what to say, but I guess that's fine. We're going to need 2 of these to start producing conveyor belts. And I'm going to do it over here.
You have a building without recipe set. Please set the recipe you want.
Yes.
After selecting the recipe, you can use the less than key to copy the recipe and the greater than key to paste the next building that needs to set the same recipe.
Why? This is worse than a time where I had to find out dark oak wood in Sevtech. I don't know if I'm going to do that again, but it's up to you guys really. And here we go. Do we have any storage? I have no idea if we have storage. Yes, we do. Stone is pretty useful for a lot more things than you might realise. And there's also more resources in this game than in Factorio. By quite a bit. And the great thing is the fluids act like the same as ores. Which is one thing that really pained me in Factorio. Well, you can't just stack anything, you have to stack research and storage.
You built a storage, which can be used to store cargo. You can manually store or use the sorter to automatically stock the cargo.
There we go. I'm going to attach 2 of these sorters to this. These early game sorters are quite slow. These sorters are for basic production, not high scale production. If you hold shift, then you can select multiple actions for this robot to do. And the reason I said we're going to need a lot of wind turbines is because energy isn't cheap. Finally! I don't know why I said finally, this unlocks almost nothing. Electromagnetic matrix. I guess we're going to need a production for this too. How did I forget the name of a circuit board? That just shows how intelligent I am. Alright, so everything's crafted now, we can start producing some copper. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have a lot of wind turbines. 9 of them. I was just standing the whole time so our energy is full too. Which is good. This will give us enough energy for now. I can't guarantee forever because realistically this won't give us enough energy forever.
You
That's
can now
3
click the
megawatts.
planet thumbnail button in the lower left corner of the screen, or press the M key to try the planet view mode. In the planet view mode, you can hold down the middle mouse button drag, rotate the angle of view, and hold down the right mouse button, drag to roll the angle of view. Press N key to point to the front to the north pole. So this is where we want all the stuff to go. Construction drones, go! Oh yeah, you got construction drones. Unlike Factorial, there's a gameplay element in actually building the stuff that you build. What I'm saying is that this game is better in every way. Unless you like enemies, because there's none of them in this game. And the fact that there are no enemies makes this more fun to play. Because you don't gotta worry about your structures being destroyed or anything. And even though it's in early access, it really feels like a finished game. You can tell that some parts aren't implemented yet. Well, all in all, still good. You can still like do really cool things in the game, even though it's not fully released. There we go. Now we're producing. So we're gonna want 2 factories for 2 things. We're gonna want 1 electronics factory and one magnetic thingy factory. I forgot what they were called. I'm just making way for all the factories. And then boom. Oh, we have the perfect amount of saws too. Neat.
For now, just leave it like it is. Since the technology that we need isn't invented yet. So let's just do this. Build a few more sorters. There we go. This is much better than crafting it manually, I think. We're still not generating enough power, but we could be. Oil energy gives us a way to, well, increase our energy production by quite a bit. This is just a little basic placeholder.
Matrix Lab. You can use it to make super matrices, or research technologies that require them to unlock. The super matrices are the source code of the center brain for maintaining the homeworld. You can upload as many super matrices to the center brain as possible. You can be benefit to unlock more actual world technologies by operating the homeworld simultaneously.
So we might want this. Actually, we're going to want another lab since researching by hand is pretty boring. The entire goal of this game is to do as least things by hand as possible. Oh, we got titanium and silicon. Oh god, we got silicon and titanium. Cool. They don't happen there, but I don't care. You can stack these things on top of each other. Does this connect in? Yes. Alright, cool. And then boom. 2 labs on top of each other to research twice the speed. Yes, space distribution.
You have unlocked the universe exploration. Now you can click the details display button in the lower right corner of the screen to open real-time distribution details of the ore veins.
Alright. As you can see, this is a really, complex yet simple game. And once again, I recommend you all try it. So now I just gotta wait until this is completed, and there we go. So now we can build a wireless charging tower which can charge you. What you're gonna do is place it down and just stand near it.
You built a wireless power tower, which is suitable with long-distance power transmission caused by its longer connection distance. What's exciting is that it can also charge mecha by using electricity from the grid.
Yep, nice. As the man said, it can also transmit power long distance, which is pretty cool. Now with automated researching, we can stack these labs up until 3 labs, which is neat. I'm gonna mine a ton of stone. I'll be right back. Alright, this should be enough stone. What I'm going to do now is build these. And I know where to get processes from. Well, these are just circuit boards. But nonetheless, I know what to get them from. And boom. This should take 34 seconds for me and 1 second for you. Alright, now we have the research centers. And boom. We researching at fast speed now. So what I'm gonna do now is not research that, but research this. We are at severe lack of power, which is why it's flashing. I should probably put an epilepsy one at the beginning of this video. I recommend not playing this game if you don't like bright colours, because there are a lot of them in this game. And by a lot of them, I mean a lot. So I'm just going to wait until we have thermal power. So here we go. We got a free thermal power plant from that research. And what we can do is use fuels to power it.
Power station. Such power facilities need to consume chemical energy fuels. If you want it to generate continuous and stable power, you need to ensure a sufficient fuel supply at all times.
Without this, our production line is pretty good. I didn't know it worked as well. Hold on. Oh, never mind. What we're gonna want to do is research this. So let's just wait until we have this, which is plasma extract refining, which means we're gonna be able to get oil. Yeah. We unlocked the oil refinery and oil extractor, which both require steel, so we're gonna have to get that as well. Hold on just 1 second. Boom. Now we have everything that we need. So first of all, let me just set up some basic steel production. And then, boom. So now we just gotta wait until we have like enough steel, I guess. There we go. Now we can start crafting this. Boom. And oh, we just need more of this. Simple. So this is the, I don't know. That was the oil extractor and this is the oil refinery. This is perfect. When you refine oil, you get two things which can both be combusted, and more importantly, you can make energy matrices out of them. Smelting purification. That's going to be mighty useful, since we can use that to get even more energy. And finally, our energy deficit will be over. But I'll have to wait until this is crafted. Alright, so here we go. We have oil going in here, and we just picked this recipe, and boom. Now we're producing these two components, hydrogen and refined oil. For now I can just use them both to get more energy, since we're in a bit of a deficit right now. Yes. Thank you. Well, we are on a planet without silicon veins, but I'm willing to bet that some of these other planets have them. Let me just see what this planet. Oh, I wonder what it has. Whatever. So now we're just gonna get my thermal generator.
So where's your red control? Did you have batteries on?
And there we go. I just built a basic system. The hydrogen has to go somewhere, so I'll just put it over here for now. Hydrogen is very useful because it's used to make the second kind of matrix, which we're going to unlock pretty soon. In fact, we can get it right now, but we don't have to. What we do want to get is this. So all we gotta do is keep harvesting from this, this thing. And then once we've done that, we just gotta find a coal bin and keep mining it. Hydrogen can power us, which might be its primary use for now. But if you end up flying into space, make sure you have energy to spare, because you might need to make a rotation to go to the correct place. Because if you do not do that, then you are not going to be happy. So the nearest coal bin is over here. So I'll just walk up here and mine it all. And boom. Let's just wait until I have this unlocked. And we've done it. We can now fly. Although if I want to do that, I'll need to recharge a bit more energy.
You have received the ability to fly. Double-click the space key to lift off, and then use the arrow keys to control mecha movement.
This game is
Movement
cool.
speed increased by 150%, with more energy consumed under flight.
And it gets much cooler than
Pressing
this.
the Alt key
I
can
promise
return
you.
the mecha to the ground during the flight.
Boom, we're flying. And you can move pretty fast like this. And you can press Alt to go back to the ground. So yeah, this game is pretty cool. We just do this. And boom, we're generating energy. I'm gonna build a storage. You can stack storages on top of each other if you need to. Well, I probably won't. And I can use this hydrogen to power myself. About 8 megajoules per hydrogen, 7.5. Either way, it's pretty good. And it's a way to filter this hydrogen out. And we now have the capacity to start improving our energy grid. So let's do just that. And with a simple action, we're going to be there. This video is going to take a lot of work on my end to make it as enjoyable as I can for you. I had to test like 13 times to make sure that I was talking loud enough, but hopefully I did well enough. You guys can be the judge of that. I'm going to build this here for now, but I'm definitely going to move it soon. And unlocking the energy matrix will be a good end to our episode. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to see more like this. And I'll see you next time. Have a good day.